We have uploaded another free update, which you can find in your Gumroad library. It's Liquid Simulation Pack. Unzip downloaded file. Now you can see 5 different types of liquid simulation. It's Alembic file format. Drag and drop chosen simulation into the Cinema 4D. In Alembic import settings window, choose frame rate which you would like to use for your project. In my case, I'm using 24 frames per second. In Objects section, you can see now Liquid Simulation and Collider Object as well. As next step, check out Simulation Timeline. It helps out find range which you would like to render out. As you can see, these simulations are not too heavy in terms of polygons and provides good computer performance, so are ideal for practicing. If you don't want to use Collider Object, you can easily exclude it from the scene. As next step, find camera angle which you like. Open Asset Manager and go to the LFO Materials, Liquid section. Here you can find 35 liquid materials. Choose material which you like and apply it onto the simulation. As next step, go to the render settings. Make sure that renderer is Redshift. Choose Preferred Output Resolution and set up Redshift's render settings. In my case, I'm not using automatic sampling. I like to have full control over render settings, and here are some of my preferred values. For render view without unnecessary noise, I'm also using denoiser. If you have graphic card which supports hardware ray tracing, use this option in Globals section. And in my case as Global Illumination, I prefer both engines as brute force. As next step, we need proper lighting. Liquids need proper environment for good-looking reflections, so for this example I will use dome light with HDRI map. Type into the Asset Browser search HDRI. Maxon database contains 54 HDRI maps. Drag and drop chosen HDRI map into the dome light texture field. As you can see, it immediately provides better looking result. If you don't like lighting from chosen HDRI map, you can easily replace it with different map. Adjust light intensity or exposure exactly as you need. As next step, tweak material parameters. Select our liquid tool. As you can see, our liquid tool contains 2 colors for color variation, depth constant and depth variation parameters for depth scattering, scatter color, additional roughness variations, and bump. In case that your simulation contains enough details, you do not need to use bump. But in case that you need more details, use bump intensity. It's animated bump, so you can control its speed and bump noise as well. The most important is properly set up depth parameters. Depth parameters controls liquid's density. If you would like to have more dense-looking liquid, use lower depth values. Larger depth values produce less dense, more transparent-looking liquids. For more natural-looking result, use depth variations contribution. As you can see, all material variations are controlled by Maxon noise node. So if you would like to change variation behavior, select its node and change noise parameters exactly as you need. As example, I will tweak depth variation noise. And as you can see, I have full control over noise size, details, or contrast, so I can adjust it for the simulated surface exactly as I need. You can also experiment and try to change noise type or noise pattern. This gives you endless options, and you can easily create cool-looking results. As second example is color variation. Color variation is controlled by projected selection, or you can use color mix noise instead. Again, you can tweak it exactly as you need. If you would like to use for color variation projected selection instead, select Projected Selection tool and tweak its parameters exactly as you need. It allows you to create grayscale gradient on top of surface. This gradient controls balance between main and secondary color. And as you can see, it allows you to create interesting looking color variations. Remember that color brightness, object's depth, and light intensity are in correlation. Roughness Extra allows you to add extra details into the roughness map. But roughness range you control with Scalar Ramp node. It allows you to define min and max roughness values, which helps with roughness variations. So, as you can see, you have full control over liquid look, and you can easily achieve good-looking result with just a couple of sliders. In second example, I will use liquid for simulation. All steps are very similar as in previous example. Check out how looks simulation on timeline and avoid unwanted range. Make sure that you are using proper Redshift settings. Use dome light and assign proper HDRI map. If you need more HDRI maps, check out links for free assets on our website. Assign chosen liquid material from our database onto the simulation. Select Liquid tool and adjust colors or parameters exactly as you need. As you can see, material presets are a good start point, but with just a couple of tweaks it's easy to change it and create transparent looking liquid, or even colorful drink, or dense looking liquid such as fruit juice instead.